Okay, guys. Good evening here in Dubai. How are you guys doing? So this is another set of success story, and this time our sir who's gonna talk. Okay, Poi is here. Okay, so just gonna wait for Poi. Hello, Poi. Poi. Everyone is excited. Yes, you can unmute your microphone.
Sorry, late.
Okay. Yes, Poi. Poi, can we see you? Yeah, perfect. See, see how handsome is Poi. Okay, Poi, congratulations, and everyone, you can congratulate Poi on in the chat box. So, Poi, yes, how you feel right now?
Stress free
Stress free.
because during that review time it was really stressful and it's a pressure. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, let's begin without further ado. Poi, could you please tell us a little background of yourself?
Well, I am not a nurse like almost everybody else in the chat box. I am a radiographer. I do X-ray, CT scan, ultrasound, MRI, things like that. So I'm from the other world, but I am really thankful that I was in the group because I learned a lot from the people there.
Right now, where are you right now?
Well, currently I'm in the Philippines in Metro Manila, and yeah, in the future maybe I'm going somewhere that I want to,
Yeah.
you know.
So why did you took IELTS? What country is your target?
Actually, my target is the United Kingdom,
Wow.
not in the USA because in the USA I think it is difficult for us to work there. Unlike in UK, we can just having an IELTS and the registration, then we are ready to go.
Okay. So yeah. So could you please tell us where did you take the exam? When was that? And what mode?
Uh, Yeah, I took since I am not a nurse, I am a radiographer. It is acceptable for us to take either academic or GT. But as per advice of my friends who are already in the UK, they told me to take the GT. So I took the GT UKVI IELTS in Pasig because there are no provincial exams for regular IELTS in the Philippines,
Okay.
only in their main branches.
Okay? Is it under which one? IDP or British
It's
Council?
uh it's under IDT.
Okay. And what mode? Paper based or computer based?
Ah, paper based
And
because I'm
why?
much comfortable.
Okay. Oh, wow. Yeah, yeah.
Because yeah, when I was practicing, I do paper based, so that's what I did in the exam.
So wow. Okay, I think this is one of the things that everyone are excited is how did you prepare for your exam?
Well, I started reviewing since November last year. I enrolled in a review center in Niners, and I attended from November to January until the volcanic eruption happened and then the pandemic. So I literally stopped the review. And then after in June, I was lucky to be in the group. That is why I returned to studying again and reviewing with the people and the new friends that I met.
Okay. So how did you prepare for your listening and reading exam?
Well, reading for me is really difficult because for GT, we only need to have 5 mistakes to get a 7. But yeah, for listening, I learned a lot from for listening and reading and also writing. I learned a lot from the review center because they teaching different kinds of techniques. So for listening, all I do is to practice in YouTube or in the IELTS exam. It's in the website. I forgot
IELTS online test.
yeah,
Yeah,
IELTS online test.
okay.
I always review there
Mm,
for the listening and reading. Yeah.
okay. How about your writing? Of course, you are under with Niner, so there's someone who's checking it.
Yeah, there are coaching in Niners, but um, I only tried few few times. But for for writing, I guess I learned a lot from Niners because they they teach different formats and how it should be done. So I think that my writing when I took the exam is quite academic. So that's why I got a 7 in that element.
Okay. And for your speaking, how did you prepare or improve?
Well, in my early times of reviewing or preparing for speaking, I only review by myself, and I relied to the IELTS application, speaking application. And then when I started coming back in June to review again, I was introduced by Master Dan in the group. That's why I was able to, to talk to different people, to listen to their ideas, and I incorporate what they know to what I can say during practices and during the exam.
Well, actually, we find you actually you are also good when it comes to speaking because we consider you as well like Master Dan. So yeah. So aside from that, do you also attend like other speaking or do you have YouTube that you are subscribing for
Yeah,
IELTS?
in the swoosh, I always listen to their sessions, and also in practices with Mandy and the others. I tried to practice once with Mandy, and I find that really helpful. Her What she said was really something that helped me, be confident about how I speak.
Yeah. So now,
And also, wait, I'm sorry. Also
sure,
with Sir Clint. Oh, I
clean.
forgot.
Yeah,
Yeah, of the elite.
Elite Nine
I practiced with him
intention.
once.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So now let's go to your actual exam. So the night before your exam, how did you prepare?
The night before my exam, I actually am having a practice with my friends here, like Junar, Rossini, and other and many others. And then for the written exam, I just I didn't practice. I just said that bahala na sila.
Like most of us, we are
Yeah.
just trying to ignore writing because we actually didn't need. If you are a nurse and you're aiming to go to
Mm-hmm.
the US, so writing is not an issue for us.
Yeah.
So, okay. You want to
For
say?
for us in UK, and like I heard in US, the nurses need 7 in speaking, and then it's all right to get 6 in. Am I right? 6 in
Yep,
other
yep.
elements. Yeah, but for us, we need to get an overall band score of 7, and then no element lower than 6.5. So in speaking, it's okay to get 6.5 for us or 7, as long
Okay.
as the overall is 7.
So during your actual exam on your listening and reading, what was the question and how do you feel during that
Mm.
time?
Listening was really a piece of cake
Wow.
because because I find it the easiest exam. So I think all of us can pass that exam as long as we know how to listen, and of course know how to paraphrase, and also learn new synonyms, because most of the time it is paraphrase. And then for reading, that is actually really difficult. I always have a hard time with reading, and my exam is about the passage was all about years, inventions, and then scientists. And my choices are 1900s, 1800s. It's all about years, and that is my weakness. So when I was taking the exam, I am actually I really want to go to the comfort room because I can't hold it anymore. But I don't have much time to do that. So in the past, for the last 10 items, I just no 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 no. I just guessed because I'm losing my time.
So, okay, later I will ask your score. For your writing, since you didn't prepare, so what was the question was given to you? Last one.
Well, for task one, since I'm GT, I don't do the graphs unlike the ACAD. So my question there, if there are GTs here, it's about the advantage and disadvantage of supermarkets over the local stores. Is it
Mm,
a positive or negative impact, something like that?
okay. I'm curious with
I'm sorry, that
okay.
yeah, yeah,
That's task
yeah,
two.
that's I know that's two. I already said
Okay.
task two. That's the task two rather. Yeah, for task
Okay.
one, it's just letter writing.
Letter A, yeah. For
Yeah.
letter writing, how many words that you need to write for GT? I'm just curious. Is it
Um,
similar?
100, 150 words.
It's same.
Yeah.
Okay. So guys, that's the question from Poi on part two because on part two it's just similar with academic and GT. So okay, so now the most important one is the speaking.
Yeah.
So first, who was your examiner? What he look or what or she looks
Oh,
like? Where's she from?
I would. I don't like. I don't want to mention the name
Yeah, no
because
problem.
I heard rumors about my examiner that she is one of the terror terror examiner. I'm not sure about that, or it's just a hearsay, but that's what I heard from others that she is really strict and she is in the major branches of IDP, and I think that she has a high standard. I don't know, but she's I think approachable. But during the exam, she always agree with what I say.
Mhm.
But yeah, actually I didn't hit the speaking score that I really wanted, but I think my performance during that time was really great because of the practices with the group.
Okay, perfect. So, on your part one question for speaking, what was the question?
Part one is about borrowing. Yeah, describe the place where it's like describe the house, my accommodation, and then we went to if I want to have a house someday, what kind of house would it be? And then we jumped to another topic, to books, about borrowing books, and then why do I like the book and why do I dislike the book, and then we jump again to another topic. um, it's about borrowing cell phones, and then
Mhm.
after that we jump to another topic again. It's about my achievements. So yeah, that's what all I can remember for
Okay.
part one.
I think you have a lot of questions on your part one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
yeah, I think more some of the questions really are coming from the application,
Yep.
and then during the conversation, the examiner will just you know throw some questions that are not coming from there.
Okay. Okay. How about your part two question? What topic did you describe?
Part two is about a person that I am happy to know. Yeah.
Hmm. Okay.
So I
Okay. And then on your part three.
for part three, I really had a lot of questions
Hmm.
in different topics. At I can remember, the first one is about children, about how their parents can make them happy, and then what must parents do to make children happy, something like that. And then about about we jump to games, what children think about games, I think, and then how adults games, are they the same on with children, what the difference of the games now and during the old times. And then we jump to companies. um, how can company take care of their employees, and then what will happen if the employees are not happy with their company, and what will be the effect of that. And then what else? That's all I can
Okay. Okay.
remember,
No
but
problem.
really
Yeah.
jump to different
So
topics.
okay. After during your speaking exam, did you use big words, idiomatic expression, connectors?
Yeah, I actually during the practice I can really say that I can say a lot of words and also idioms. But during the exam, I forgot to mention an idiom. But I mentioned some big words like transmogrification and then this, what else? But the things that I learned from my practice, my speaking partners,
Multifarious.
yeah, multifarious things like that.
Ridiculous.
Mm,
Okay.
most common that they use there. And then what else? Big words. But I think I'm
Connectors.
spontaneous. That's
That's no.
connectors. Connectors I didn't use that, like furthermore, moreover,
Yep.
things like that.
Yep.
I did not use
However.
that because,
Mm.
but I use that in writing because I want my how the way I speak more natural, and I don't use that words naturally. So I think that it's not real if I will say that.
Okay. So after your speaking exam or after your exam, how confident you are that you had this or you got this?
No, I'm not confident actually because after the exam, I've been preparing for half a year. I'm on duty, and then after my graveyard shift, I go to Niners. And after that, I practice at night, and it's time consuming and stressful and pressure. I'm pressured. So after the exam, I I broke down when I was on my way home because I really find the reading really difficult, and I really felt I wanna cry. I was literally crying because it's I don't want to repeat the IELTS. I just want to take uh one
Once.
time. Yeah,
Okay.
once. So, but when I received the result yesterday, I was happy and
Yeah.
contented with the score that I got.
Yeah. Because you got your desired score for UK, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That's the most important thing. Only
Mm-hmm.
one. Okay, take one. Boy, if you don't mind, could you please share us your score?
Well,
Since
my scores is not that high, but this is acceptable for
yeah,
UK. For listening, I got 7.5. For reading, 6.5. That's hard. And then for writing, I got 7.0. And for speaking, unfortunately, I only got 6.5. But it's okay for UK.
acceptable. Yep, yep.
Yeah.
It's good. Okay, so now this is also very important and vital to everyone. Like, just could you please give us your tips how to nail the exam,
Yeah,
even if
for
it's
listening,
general. Okay.
yeah. Well, I think it's just people just need to practice every day and then take it seriously because the cash is not joke. It's not a joke. And also for most of I know that most of the people in the group are focusing on speaking because most are nurses. What I can say is that always attend practices because in practice you can share your thoughts and you can also receive the thoughts that people can share to you. That's what's important. You will learn from each other through brainstorming. And also by giving comments, you can somehow assess yourself already
Yeah.
if you are already ready.
Yep.
So yeah, that's it.
Actually, during the practice, being also like an examiner, it's somehow also a practice
Mm,
for your pronunciation when you're giving the
yeah.
question. So take that as an
Hmm.
advantage, guys.
And another one, I'm sorry, I want to really emphasize this because I can say that the IELTS speaking assistant is really helpful. I think that you can really find the questions there. I think, what do you think? That's helpful. You need to be familiarized with all the questions. That's what we did as in
Okay.
every day of
Yeah.
practice.
Well, the good thing, Poy, for example, if they are always practicing with the group, most of the questions we are just only getting from that app. So even if you don't have that
Yeah.
application, so still you're gonna get those
You can do.
information.
Yes.
Yeah. So you better attend all the practices. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And last boy,
Sacrifice.
before we go for Q&A, special thanks to your, speaking
Yeah.
buddies and everyone,
I have a list. I'm sorry.
sponsors.
But yeah, of course, the people. First of all, I would like to say thanks, of course, to Niners because that's the first institution where I learned for the IELTS when I was preparing. Also for Master D because he was the one who introduced me to the group chat, and then I met a lot of friends like Sir Jeff. Thank you for always giving effort to share. Also from the UAE, I would like to thank Junar, Charlie, Doreen. They are my first viewing partners. Every day we practice. So we are aiming we are joking that we are aiming for 10 just to, lighten the things. And then also people in Japan, Ate Rhoda and Jason. And then Kuya Bert, Shine, Normita, Liz, Rossini, Normita, and Zaya. And also Sir Colleen, Teo, and Kyle of Elite. Thank you, because you really made me confident on how I
Yeah.
speak. And I learned a lot
Yeah.
of things from them.
So okay, guys, I will open now your chance. Could you can now unmute your mic if you have question. Okay. Okay. Go, Mylene.
Hi.
Go,
Hello,
Mylene.
ma'am.
Sorry for that one. Hello, everyone. Good evening. First of all, Sir Poy, congratulations. Uh,
Thank,
I do agree. I do agree that you had a terror interviewer because the way you talk, you did great. I love the way
yeah,
you speak, and
thank you.
I have a bit pressure because I'm here also in the Philippines,
Are
and
you in Manila?
yes, I'm here in
Uh,
Manila, in Las Piñas
okay.
City.
Okay. I work in Las Piñas.
Sorry for that.
In Pope John Paul. I work in Las Piñas in Pope John Paul and Perpetual before.
Okay. You used to work. You used to work. Okay.
Yeah.
So my question for you, Sir Poy, during the speaking, did you wear mask or face shield?
Oh yeah. I wear I wear mask and face shield, and then there's a partition between the examiner and me. There's a plastic. It's not a plastic, but it's like an acrylic partition.
So did you put volume or higher volume to your voice so that they can hear you, or
E,
just natural?
Actually, I my voice is a bit high. It's louder. It's louder than the usual. But we are in a secluded room, or isolated room. So even if you talk naturally, the examiner will hear you.
Okay. So that's all for me, Sir Poy. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
So much, Mylene. So is there any other question?
Thanks, Sir
Hi,
Jeff.
Anshul. Anshul, do you have question?
Hello.
Welcome, Anshul.
Yes, thank you. First of all, congratulations, Poye, for your great achievement.
Thank you.
Anshul, may I know where you're from, Anshul? And what do you do?
Yes, so I'm from India and I'm also a registered nurse in India.
Namaste.
Namaste. And I did give my exam on 22nd of August and I received my result on yesterday.
Yeah.
As I earlier mentioned in last session, maybe you know, I scored 7 in reading and listening and 6.5 in speaking and writing. But my requirement is 7 in speaking, but I stuck at 6.5. But I want to know how to tackle part 3 questions. I have problem in part 3.
Oh, how did I answer my part two questions?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No,
Well,
how to tackle part 3 questions
Part
very
three.
effectively.
okay. Well, oh, I didn't speak quite long. I just answered spontaneously, and then after I end, the examiner just keeps on asking me questions based from my answers. I'm just
Okay.
being natural and spontaneous.
Okay. I think I could add with Anshul. Boy, I
Yeah,
think
sure.
what was the Niner technique for part three? Maybe you
Yeah.
can help Anshul.
Sorry?
Actually, this is yeah, this is the effective way to answer is that this is also how I answer in writing. First one is to answer the questions directly to the point, and then elaborate your reasons, and then provide examples if possible. That's all. That's my
Okay.
format of answering.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that it
But
is organized.
yeah, I know the strategy. Firstly, you have to give your reason, then explanation, and then add a good example. I know the format, but I'm stuck how to add example every time from our daily life or any random example. That's the problem I am facing.
Mm,
I,
sorry, Jeff.
I think he's as I think you need to have your own generation of ideas, Anshul. Maybe it could help it can help you like watching movies or news
Mm.
because it's
You
somehow
know,
or reading.
Okay, okay,
Anshul,
sure.
in speaking, what I did is I just base my answers from my own experience, because if I answer based on what I know and what I experienced before, I can elaborate it more rather than thinking of answers coming from different countries. How can I answer that, spontaneously if I don't know, do not know that. So it's
Okay,
important that we base it on our own experience, the way we answer when we are stating reasons. That's
okay, okay. Thank you
Yeah.
so much, Bayo and
Yeah.
Jeffrey.
Thank you,
Thanks a lot.
Anshul. Welcome.
thank you.
Is there any more question, guys? You can unmute your mic, please. Okay. So while waiting for their question, guys, you can unmute your mic. Oy, during your exam, what did you wear?
Ah, I actually wear a
I
casual. I, I always want to look presentable,
what I've heard, you had
and I
new
bought
black
new shoes.
shoes.
No, I bought new two leather shoes. I want to wear new things during those two examination day, because I think it decreases my anxiety.
Yeah.
And if I am presentable, I think that will catch the eye of the
Yeah.
examiner
I
somehow.
yeah.
You
I
know.
think that's one of the niner technique as well. So
And also when I was speaking, I use hand gestures to release my anxiety. So I do a lot of this and that and that
uh,
just to calm down.
yeah. Okay, I think there is no more question, Poy. For your final, if you have words of wisdom or philosophy in life that could help them,
Well,
do you have
you know,
something sayings?
yeah, I always believe that since before, because I took the HAAD exam before and I already passed, but unfortunately when I was going there in UAE, there is a recession and then Ramadan, and then after that, the employer did not, get us. But I can say that just try until you succeed. That's all I always do. I always take risk, and I never give up for my
Wow.
dreams.
Well, actually, we are also have similar thoughts in our mind. So, guys,
Yeah.
that is very true. Never give up. Okay. No more question, guys. Don't go away because we have another success story from